This show is part of the Drowning Man Podcast Network. Visit drowningmanpodcasts.com.
Off the Dice is a time-to-tabletop production, building community through the language of gaming.
Welcome to Off the Dice.
Where we ask hard, pressing questions to gamers.
We do ask questions, that's for sure.
Well, it's time to get to know our next victim, guest.
So pull up a chair
And let's talk Off the Dice. Welcome to Off the Dice.
And we're back.
We are back. Yes, we're very excited to be here because we have a very special guest. But first, it's who's our host?
Scooter.
And Rysa. We are some of these crazy hosts that try and entertain. And it's mostly for our own benefit. We listen to them and we enjoy ourselves. Welcome. We have an amazing guest that I haven't seen in a long time. Introduce yourself. Who are you? What's your name?
It is you.
My name is Sean Hauer.
Hi!
Hi.
You may have known him. He was on one of our first shows back in the day, back in,
Your
retro
time.
days.
2 years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
When we were young. And
We started our stream and all that good stuff. Well, we're going to go right into this.
okay.
The good thing is Sean has no idea what's about to go down, which is one of my favorite things to find out.
Yep.
We are going to get to know Sean, but we're going to do it by playing a little game.
Okay.
So it's based into a few levels, but first
G.
you have to create. No, this can go all the way to R. I don't think you can go X-rated on podcasts. I think, yeah.
You can get pretty weird, but
All I can do is click that little button that has an E on it.
yeah.
And you're
We're
done.
good.
Yeah. And it's like, Timmy, go in the other room.
Earmuffs.
Yeah.
Earmuffs. I'm putting mine on right now. You can't see it. Oh, no.
Go away, Timmy.
Go away. Okay, so first thing we do is character creation. So we're going to create a character.
All right.
You're going to create your own character,
Me?
but the character you're going to give us your attributes based on you.
All right. Fair enough.
The cool thing is, as we play this game, those attributes have modifiers, but they mean nothing.
Yeah, it literally means nothing.
Awesome.
It's awesome. It's the best
Kinda
part.
like life.
Yeah.
I have all these modifiers.
And they mean nothing.
Yes.
But, Rysa, why don't you go right ahead?
Okay.
Get started.
Uh-oh.
So, based off the scale of 1 to 20, how would you scale your charisma?
So is that like 1 is really lousy and 20 is awesome?
Yes.
Yep. Just like a dice.
Well, I would say in a situation where I am comfortable, I think it's okay. But in every other situation in my life, which is the vast majority of situations, I'm going to say it's pretty low. So I'd say about 5 maybe.
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe an 8 somewhere.
A
in there,
solid
yeah.
5. That's a +3 bump,
Oh yeah,
man.
but see, the thing is, I've got this disadvantage called asshole eyebrow, and so even when I'm smiling, I've got this brow ridge that sits.
I
on
think
my
they
face.
call it resting bitch face.
Well, see, I
Yes.
didn't really want to say that.
No,
Yes,
yeah.
I've got resting bitchy faces when it comes down to it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually saw myself on we were doing a video conference, and I saw myself on the video conference, and I was like, "Wow, who's that guy who wants to murder everybody in the room?" Oh, it's me.
Yeah. I want to murder everyone
I
in
don't
the room.
feel that, but my face is communicating it. So, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely also suffer from resting bitch face.
it's
so
horrible,
It's
yeah.
a bad disease.
Yeah,
It's not good.
So that's about 8.
We'll get a solid 8. Okay.
In new situations, 8.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm doing really well right now.
No, I've
beer's
been,
helping.
you're doing amazing. Well, that's what we call it. That's. I mean, there is a dream of mine to make a beer that's about 10 or 11% and call it +1 charisma. Ooh,
That's a really good.
I
That's
have this dream to make
adorable.
You should actually have a chart, right? So the first one's a +1 charisma.
Yeah.
The third one's like -5.
Yeah.
that. It just those pens or whatever, it would start up at 0, and as it gets lower, it would just reveal.
Yeah.
Your modifier
Hear
would
us
go
out,
up.
New Glory. Where you at?
We're gonna work on that.
That'd be amazing.
I'll call you out there, Martin. New glory. Mm-hmm. That was your first
All right.
attribute. Second one, 8. Scale of 1 to 20. Also again, that's redundant, but again. How would you
again.
rate your brain?
I'm going to be super, super honest and hypercritical of myself and say only about a 17.
Okay.
So only a 17?
Only a 17.
So you don't
Only.
want to go to 18 to get one more modifier?
Yeah, sure, buddy. Oh, this is D&D? I will totally go to
That's
18
what
Because
I'm
they
saying.
don't. The points don't count. That's the
that's
best
The
part.
solid 8 that you're at, you definitely are getting a minus. So
Yeah, well, that's okay.
yeah,
Right?
that's
It's
all
like
right.
just make it up by.
Yeah, all right.
Just go for it.
18 on my brain.
18 brain.
18 brain.
So 1 to 20. How about your dexterity?
About 15, 14.
That's pretty good.
Oh wow.
That's pretty good.
Mine goes
I'm
down.
actually pretty good at. I'm pretty good at dexterity. That was the one saving force of my life when I was growing up. Was I had dexterity.
Yeah, I did too, and then I grew up,
Yeah,
and it went away.
I still have it, but now like when I walk downstairs, my knees crackle and
But,
shit.
yeah.
So it's like
Getting out.
So like every step you're like, fuck, God, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go down the stairs in the morning. It's like crack, crack, crack,
Yeah.
crack. I'm like,
And it takes about an hour for stuff to settle in.
I was gonna say an hour to walk down the stairs, dude.
No,
you gotta
but-
change.
Some days it
that beer.
does.
Yeah, it's like,
some days
whoa.
it does. Okay, it just depends on what I'm doing the night before. Yeah, I understand that, but as the time goes, as you get older, that dexterity for me just goes down a little bit every year, just a little bit.
I'm actively trying to work at it because I like I
You
said,
are
it was the one physical trait that I could claim when I was growing up. So I don't want to lose that because then I'm like,
I have one thing, but you still
I
have
have
a
one
good
thing that
brain.
I'm good at. I have
I
to be
shovel.
good at
I
it.
shovel well.
Great
Oh.
shoveler.
Oh, the shoveler.
Well, here's the cool part. You just created your character.
Nice.
It means nothing, but that's
Means
okay.
nothing,
Yeah.
but we got to know a little bit
I got
about
Yeah.
you
excited.
getting started.
So
Now we get to know
My class.
even more about you.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we'll know. We'll find out about your
Yeah.
class or lack thereof as these
Barn.
this goes here. So we start at level 1.
Level 1.
I'll go ahead and start. So these are randomly out of a deck that we made of random questions. And the way level 1 works is we just have to accept the answer,
Okay.
whether we think it's wrong or right,
Or we will judge you
Oh.
very much.
we're allowed.
Yeah.
We're allowed to judge
Yeah.
and make fun of you,
But we accept.
but we have to accept it,
Yes.
Okay.
right?
You're accepting,
It's just
but judgmental.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
family.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's what we are. You know.
Think of this as like Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Yeah. You're
Level
actually.
1's like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
The
Okay,
turkey's
gotcha.
in the oven right now. Stuffing will be out.
So where's
soon.
the 3 bottles of rum?
Well, we did pour a pint before we
Oh,
started.
we have the beer chaser. Wait for it.
Well, to get started, first question is, what is your favorite season?
Fall. Fall.
Well,
Fall. Autumn.
well,
Colors.
ooh.
Light. That kind of stuff. Yeah.
Colors light. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a spring guy. but-
Solid. Spring.
Yeah, I don't have to
That
break
is-
leaves in the spring.
It's warm.
Yeah.
Except
know-
for the fart flowers that come out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Flowers that smell like butthole.
they don't.
No, they smell like something else.
Yeah, they smell like something else entirely, like to a T.
Yeah, my wife and I have a different name for them.
Yeah.
And what is that name?
Well, we call them cum flowers.
Yep. Or
There you
semen,
go.
cum flowers, semen flowers.
Yeah, that's
also-
exactly what they smell like.
It is.
It's
You
a
walk
semen
outside, you're
sprout.
like,
Semen sprout.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I know what. Yep.
Yep.
yeah. The old
That's what
school,
that is.
old school I used to go to had a whole orchard of them right outside the door. I'm like, fuck no. It smells like a damn
I wanna
orgy
go
out
back
here.
to college.
Yeah.
Oh.
See,
Yeah.
spring is just a prelude to hot as hell, and
Yeah.
I do not like.
Anything that's close
Oh,
to
my-
heat, I'm out. Anything that's
You are in good
Ugh.
company.
Yeah.
Because I'm not
And you
a.
got the fan going. It's nice. Actually.
Oh, the
Yeah.
fan's always going. I've got the AC. Wife's out of town, so
So you crank
Crank
we're
it
setting the AC to a much lower
Yeah.
temperature. All right, I have to turn that back.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
all right.
Scooter, what season is your favorite season? Let's just turn this
I do
around
like
on
spring.
you.
The spring is because you're getting out of winter, and I really like winter. I'm born and raised in Montana, so winter and playing in the snow is just the thing. And just when it gets out of that, it's just nice to.
More rain. All the rain.
Yes.
All the-
All the rain, which means you can have alcohol in the morning with your coffee. And it's normal. And it's okay.
And there's no
So-
judging.
Yeah, exactly.
No judging.
People
for
are
the
just
alcohol.
like, oh, you feel warm? Is it because of coffee? Yes.
butter
Yes,
rum, man.
it is
That's
the
a
coffee.
season thing.
See, you could do it all year long, but it's better.
I just thought it meant it was 8 a.m.
Yeah. It's like, shit, I've messed up all this time. Okay.
All
right. So olives, black or green?
Kalamata.
Oh, Colorado olives
Nailed
are
it.
so damn good. They're so
Nailed it.
salty.
I reject your options and
That was a
insert my
trick
own.
question, and you
Yeah.
surpassed it
That
with
was
your 18 brain.
phenomenal. I love Colorado.
I saw it because my 18 brain. I knew it was a trick question. I intuited it.
Ooh, power words.
I know, right?
It scared me. So many syllables. All right, PC.
Verbal
Mac?
prestidigitation.
Yes. I can't do that. PC, Mac, or Chrome? Oh.
Mac or Chrome? Again, you give me false choices.
PC, Mac, or Chrome?
Oh, PC, Mac, or gotcha. PC.
PC Master Race. Absolutely.
Yeah, Mac. I'm sorry, Mac lovers out there, but Mac tries to hide everything from you, to making it impossible for you actually to do anything with your computer. And then when you go online to look for help, Mac users are arrogant.
That is very true.
100%.
It's horrible.
I'm an actual Mac Plus technician.
Because when we try to go online, because my wife's got an iBook,
Some book,
some i
some
thing,
book, some Mac,
some Mac thing, yeah. And we look online to try to figure stuff out, and it's like you read the question, it's like, well, you're stupid. This is how you're supposed to do it. I don't know why you can't figure this out. It's like, well, obviously I couldn't. That's why I'm here.
You literally hid everything. Thank you, Mac. Thank you.
It is true.
I mean,
I've worked on both all my life.
Yeah. Now, I mean, if it was a choice between like Mac and Windows Vista, I'll take the Mac.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh my
That was probably the worst idea.
That was the biggest piece of
Yeah.
my laptop still has Vista on it. I still have to actually do a complete reinstall every once in a while because the account thing farts up.
I still use Windows 7.
Oh yeah?
I do not like Windows 10, so I'm like, Windows 7, hello.
Well, Windows 7 was a beautiful
And
thing
that's
when it came out. Everybody's like,
compared to
yeah, compared to
That- I think they did that on purpose.
Shit.
Okay.
we're gonna give crap. I'm so good.
Yeah. All right, Tamagotchi or Furby?
Ooh, Tamagotchi.
Okay.
Oh,
Quick
just
on-
like that.
Quick on the draw.
I had a Tamagotchi.
I had both.
I had both.
Tamagotchi.
I want-
actually, to be pedantic.
That is
Judging,
great.
but not saying.
Are you a Furby?
I'm a Tamagotchi, but I always wanted a Furby. I got one. That thing scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Because it's in the middle of the night. You're like laying in bed and it goes beep, 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 and I'm like, what the fuck?
I had a Furby
Yeah.
that did that.
Oh, that's not
Oh
okay.
God, my daughter
kid
had a
had a
toy that would just turn on every once in a while at night because
Not
it was like in a
okay.
box with other toys.
Not
It was the
okay. That's some Toy
creepiest thing.
Story stuff right there,
Yeah.
man.
Now, see, I like the Furby because it was more interactive. The Tamagotchi, you'd be just sitting there and be like, feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me. It's like, dude, I'm like on the toilet. Come on, like, give me a break. If I wanted a real kid, I would, go out and knock someone up when I was in high school, but I didn't do that, thank God.
Whoops.
Not judging. Things happen, I understand.
Oh yeah, I didn't. I never did that. Often or often?
To quote my wife, it depends. Depends on like the context of what you're saying. For emphasis, I might say, well, no, you know what? That's total bullshit. It's often. I take it all back.
Yeah, you're
I
like,
fooled everyone.
She is
I'm an often
bullshit.
person because I like to.
I say often. Do I
Enunciate?
often do that? I don't know. I think it's
Contextual.
contextual. Yeah.
Yeah.
Contextual. Yeah. Yeah. If anything, Max and Ruby taught me to enunciate my syllables. Thank you, Max and Ruby.
Right. That's where I was just like, if it's in there, say it. I was like, hold on.
It's like, wait a minute.
That's not always true. This is like American English, right?
Aluminium.
Aluminium. I love that.
I love
pronunciation.
aluminium. It's like,
It's
it's
what
so
the hell's
good.
that mean? Aluminium. It's got like heft to it. It's like you can grab it
Yeah.
and it's right there.
It's
Just-
far too many syllables.
but it sounds
It
awesome.
sounds like it's very fancy. You're like,
It
oh,
is fancy.
fuck,
Yeah, aluminium. This is important. What
Yeah.
I have in my hand is critical.
And then aluminum. You're like, what are you?
Yeah, if you work in like any sort of like customer service or anything where they can just hear you,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you got to use those words.
Yeah, power words.
Aluminium.
Aluminium.
Yeah,
I love when
Yes.
people go, what?
yeah, you have to. I mean, you have to test out all your accents.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I tried
yeah.
Australian once. I suck at every accent I've ever tried.
Aw.
Yeah, I'm not good at accents.
My wife
I
will
try
tell me straight up.
so
She goes,
hard.
Nope.
Literally
You still sound Canadian.
Yeah, you're literally Canadian every time.
You tried.
But at least you have
That's
the
Canadian.
Canadian thing down.
But I can't do it on purpose.
Unfortunately.
That's the thing. Is like I do accents on accident, but I cannot focus on one long enough.
Almost every time I try to do an accent for one of my NPCs, it turns into pirate eventually. Every single
It's
time.
like, God damn it, I'm a pirate again.
Except for the time I did Mickey Mouse, and that worked out great.
Well, that's kind of innate in every child's system, I think.
Mickey Mouse.
As you
No,
grow.
I'm talking about like a year ago, dude.
It's like trained, right? It's like
Yeah, you could do Mickey Mouse, yeah. Mickey Mouse and Scooby Doo.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, that was just Home Improvement, though.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Ice cream cone
Sears.
or snow cone?
Ice cream cone.
I think it depends.
No, ice
It
cream
depends
cone.
on how chunky the ice
Well,
is.
It depends on whether you have a soul and any taste.
yeah, but
Yeah,
you
throw them down.
put hard alcohol in on ice cream.
Ooh, I've done that. It's really good. It's
But how
it's,
you
it's
put
called
it
a
in the
float.
cone? Can you tell me how you can do that in the cone?
So you put you get one of those frozen cones with the frozen chocolate in the bottom. You pour the alcohol in the cone, and you put the ice cream on top.
Oh, and then you have a shot at
And
the
you got a
bottom.
shot at the
Actually,
bottom
that's
after you
pretty
eat the cone.
smart.
Yeah, 18.
Today is Monday. We're doing that on Friday.
Yep,
We are
absolutely.
doing
What the
ice cream
hell?
cones and shots.
That sounds
I don't know if it
delicious.
works, but it sounds like it will.
It sounds like a
The theory
thing.
is very
Yeah, because
valid.
it's coated in chocolate. Like the
Yeah.
inside of that cone's coated specifically so the cone doesn't get soggy from the ice cream. It'll work.
Well, and alcohol sits inside of
alcohol,
chocolate
yeah.
just
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's made for it.
All right, people. New invention. Let's go.
Vodka
All right.
cone.
Well, we're just going to do it.
Rum
Don't-
cone.
we shouldn't even record this.
Yeah, it's like,
Okay.
bye.
All right, Sean. Circle or square?
Square. Because it's hip to be square.
Okay.
Huey Lewis,
In the
That's
news.
Native-
the news.
Huey Lewis
native
in
Bay
the news.
Area dude,
Yes.
preaching it.
Preach.
Preach.
Preach it, Huey. All right.
Okay. Shot or shotgun?
Shot.
All right.
That's
So
such a
you want-
vague question.
It is.
Yeah.
So, Sean, you want vodka or would you rather have tequila?
Vodka.
All right, because we have that.
Okay.
So you chose shot.
Oh, damn. Hey, you're driving home, Katrina.
So as Rysa,
Thanks, Rysa.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a shot of vodka.
we will go ahead and go on to our other question. Salsa, chopped or blended?
Chopped.
Blended's a sin.
Yeah, we have a neighbor that makes the best salsa.
I was like,
We have two neighbors that make really good salsa, actually. Don't
but blended,
Yeah, I don't
what
make
is that?
blended. Yeah, that's like pasta sauce.
yeah, it's not good.
Oh, that's like a full-on shot. Oh, I'm getting a Scotty shot.
Yes.
Scotty
Old
shot.
school Scotty.
Here it
too.
is.
All right, you're driving.
Here it is.
Happy day. You're dr-
Sean takes a shot. All right, congratulations, because that
that's
means you just have one more question.
Damn.
Plot twist.
I was about to level you up before
No,
you complete. Oh no,
not yet.
Yep.
Not
This
really.
is
Rysa
an
just put a
important.
plot twist on.
Yeah, this is an important
Scooter
question.
doesn't know
Okay.
what the hell he's doing.
Netflix or YouTube?
Ooh, Netflix.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a
he's
minute.
thinking.
Oh man. Well, see, I don't.
Redacted.
Okay, here's the thing. YouTube, open, freeform. You can see all kinds of really interesting things that you cannot see on Netflix. You gotta love that sort of democratization.
There is
of media.
also the abyss that is.
However, there is the abyss that
YouTube.
is YouTube.
that
Yes.
is 4 a.m. and you're
Yeah.
like, why am I watching?
Why am I still watching this crap? Yeah, but there are YouTubers I like. So I mean, but
Absolutely.
ultimately, YouTube doesn't have Voltron. YouTube doesn't have
There are some,
Kimmy
Kimmy Schmidt?
Schmidt.
Mhm.
YouTube
but it does have Cobra Kai.
I haven't watched
I
it,
haven't either.
but YouTube has Jenna Marbles. So
yeah, I
The
really
Marbles,
do.
it has Game Grumps.
yeah.
I'm
Very
big
into
into
them all.
like because I try and read instructions for board games, and I go,
That has been
YouTube.
very useful. We just got
Absolutely.
Nuclear War, and we tried to read the directions. They made no sense whatsoever. And on YouTube, the company had published
Absolutely.
how to play it. I was like, oh, this is great. And then the other day, we saw the Brady Bunch game at Target.
Oh.
And my wife was like, hey, we should get that. And I was like, well, I don't know anything about it. So she watched it on YouTube. She's like, yeah, never mind.
right? Well,
It didn't look fun.
It'll
so-
help you. I mean,
Yeah.
with my kids, we try and learn
Yeah.
new games at least one a week,
Yeah. Oh, wow.
and YouTube.
Well, I mean, YouTube taught me how to change out my balcony door. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So for that, YouTube's great.
I've changed out all
Yeah, changed out my car radio because of that
Seriously?
thing.
Yeah, right.
YouTube's great.
Like car parts. Who needs the manual anymore?
Yeah.
So now you can announce it. Go ahead.
Now you have finished level 1.
Yay!
And you are now going to go into level 2.
Level 2.
Welcome to level.
The rules
Level
change just a
2.
little bit.
Yeah.
Uh
5 shots. No.
Yeah. 5 shots later.
You're gonna be carrying me home.
No.
My wife is asking me for the keys even now.
Level 2. Level 2 means we have to believe you.
Okay.
At least
So-
one of us.
Oh, cool.
We can't just accept it.
We can't just be like,
So
okay,
this is like-
salsa.
This is like that game in. Oh wait, you said you don't have to believe me?
Oh,
or-
I have to.
You have to.
One of
This
us
is like
has
that
to
At least
be
one of us.
convinced that it's your true opinion.
Okay, so I can lie off my.
You can.
Cool.
Try to bluff.
Here we
But
go.
remember, we do have a
Bluffing.
live audience tonight, and it happens to be your spouse.
Yeah.
That is true.
So we'll look over and she'll be like,
And she has
Yeah.
no troubles calling bullshit either. I don't get away with Jack.
You want to go?
yes, I do.
Go for it.
All right. What cartoon physic would you want to try?
I always like the big old sweat thing when someone's nervous and that big sweat thing shows up
Oh,
in the
yeah,
side of
when
their
the-
forehead
okay.
in anime. I always thought it'd be kind of cool to if we could do
Just
that.
be like, he is profusely sweating. We must leave.
Yeah, he's nervous as hell.
We have to go.
We have to go. He's so nervous. Because that would be nice because of their whole resting bitchy face. People think I'm mad, but,
But
they see
really,
the big
you're
old
just-
tear, the
he's
big old
like-
sweat drop on my forehead. They know I'm nervous.
He looks mad, but he's just nervous. He's
just
okay.
nervous. Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good.
That works.
That's a good one. I really like that.
That
Okay.
See, full circle, man.
That was really good.
Call back. There you go.
Call back. Yes.
I'm doing pretty good after that shot.
Well, good. That's good to know because what is the worst example of procrastination?
The worst example of procrastination. Well, I'll have to say me, Scooter, because I don't procrastinate, and that's a pretty bad example of procrastination.
You don't procrastinate.
Did I get the job?
Don't worry about calling us. We have your email.
Yeah. It's like, it was nice meeting you.
Hey, I've been rejected by Wizards of the Coast now about 3 times. I'm getting used to it. But I keep
You
trying.
keep applying. That's the way it should be.
Hey, man. You gotta go for your dream.
Oh, you just keep doing it. We have it's a saying in our house here. It's go big or go bigger.
Yeah.
Going home's not an option.
Yeah. That's why you
Because
guys
the
always...
doors are locked.
That's why you guys always get the
You're not-
largest pizza.
You're not allowed back in.
He's like, see, get the hell out of here.
Yes.
Gosh.
Was that me or you?
That was you then.
That was you. So, what's your favorite Disney princess?
Belle.
Why?
She's smart. She's not a dipshit like the other ones.
Okay. Belle, you heard it here first, and not a dipshit.
Belle's
don't-
not a
I'm-
dipshit.
I've been told in these podcasts I'm not allowed for an opinion.
You state your opinion so strongly.
Yes.
What's your opinion?
You
it's,
can.
it's Ariel.
Yeah, and that's
Ariel's your favorite.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and that's all he can say.
That's all I'm allowed to say.
Yeah.
If you want to know my real opinion, how strong it is, listen to prior podcasts.
Yeah,
Because I
and it's like, no, Ariel.
Ariel is the best. No,
Yeah.
I gotta go with Belle. Although who was
there's some pretty strong, like,
Yeah, but
more-
Belle was the
more
first
current
one,
ones, though.
She didn't take shit.
Yeah, Belle was the first
She's
one.
like, I like books.
I mean,
Fuck
she
y'all.
still fell into that whole thing of, oh, I found a guy, so now I have to give it my
So that's a little
personality,
rough.
but still.
That was a little rough for me.
Yeah, but she
What's
has
the-
a
what's the
big
Scottish gal?
library. So, Meredith.
From Brave,
Yeah.
Meredith.
I can't think of her name. I only saw it like once.
I don't know. We're going to get... Well, our editor will write another
Yeah,
blog
she'll be
about
like,
this. Her
"These
name's
guys
Valerie, and
do
she
not
goes,
understand."
Hello, I've already told you guys all the princesses and what qualifies as a
There are
princess.
so many princesses.
We're not good listeners, Valerie. We're sorry.
The other thing you could ask. Actually, you know what? The Atlantean from Atlantis.
Akita.
Yeah, she was
Akita.
pretty cool. I like
Merida.
her.
Merida.
Akita kicked ass, and she was an actual princess.
But if I have to pick my favorite Disney character that is a female character, I gotta go with I forgot her name. From Lilo and Stitch, the little girl. She's
Lilo.
Duh. Vodka. Have some today.
Oh, show.
The girl from Lilo and Stitch. Oh, Lilo.
Yes.
Who knew?
That. Okay. Do you see how this works?
Yeah.
You see how this game works?
I see how this game works. Yeah. So I would actually, I would actually be okay with.
Higher level.
Oh, great. I would be okay with calling Lilo a Disney princess.
Sure.
I mean, she falls into that slot of primary character, which is what it comes down to.
But she's not an actual princess.
But she's not
Not a
actual
considered.
Well, you know
not
what?
considered in
Every
Disney's eyes.
every little girl is someone's princess.
I'm sorry, but every woman is a princess. Thank you. No, I'm just kidding.
I prefer.
I can only say that because I have a daughter.
Yeah,
so.
it's true. True.
Every woman is a queen. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's true.
Well,
Well, you have to have a cast.
You have
of
to
the
start as
role.
a princess.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You gotta start somewhere.
You gotta start somewhere.
They're a little.
All right. What two totally normal? I know it's getting crazy in here.
It is. It's getting
I know,
wild.
even my
It's
neck
getting
is sweating.
crazy. I know, right?
Yeah,
Fired up.
the next sweat.
I got one of those sweat things showing up inside my throat.
The turkey is in the oven, so it is getting warmer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Is in the oven.
Yeah.
What totally normal things become really weird if you do them back to back?
Oh, you know what I really hate? Eating and pooping at the same time.
So you're,
Like,
you're talking about simultaneous.
I guess it is simultaneous.
It's really-
Even back and back, though. But that is a really unsettling thing. I did it once. I was like, oh, hell no, I'm never doing that again. It was
It's
the weirdest
strange.
thing. It is. Because I had food in my mouth. I'm like, oh, I got to go to the bathroom. And I'm like,
Because you can't.
what's going
you
on
can't-
with my body?
You can't chew and poop at the same time.
Yeah, it's the weirdest
And it's
thing.
really awkward. You're just like chew, chew, and they're like, chew, chew.
I don't get it. It's going in one end, really literally coming out the other end at the same time.
Or it makes you feel cool because you're like, man, I'm eating fast.
Yeah, because I have an 18 in digestion.
Yeah.
I can't. Oh my god. I don't.
Oh my gosh.
I don't even want to test that theory.
Oh, you got it.
You kind of want to. It's like drink a beer or a Gatorade in the shower. It just tastes better.
Oh god, yes.
Really?
Gatorade and beer taste better
In a shower.
I agree with
At this point, I might have to try that.
Yeah.
I am
Maybe
not
hear it.
joking.
Can I use your shower real quick?
Totally
Can I
open.
use your shower? A new podcast
around the corner.
from Time Tabletop.
Can I use your shower? I like that.
Yeah, I have some theories on
I
that.
think the worst thing I ever did was I sneezed, burped, and hiccuped all at one time.
Yikes.
That hurt. I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, it's
Is that
What
kind
am
of
I
like, a bell rings and names that get swinging? Is that like
Yeah, something like
an imploding star?
Yeah, pretty much. I think my intestines like shot up into my brains. It was really bad.
kind of like the sneeze, burp, and fart thing. You're just like, everything's
It's like,
happening
what's going
at once.
on? Why?
It created a black hole somewhere
Yeah.
in the universe.
Exactly.
Oh,
A fairy has died and a black hole is opened.
Yikes. All
that
right.
could be true.
We don't know. I mean, really.
It's sad.
You can disinvent one thing. What is it?
Disinvent.
Disinvent. Bye.
Disinvent one thing. Hangovers.
Oh, that's a good one. I only get
That
hangovers
is
from wine.
brilliant.
Well, actually, better than that though. High triglycerides. Get rid of those.
Well, there's a
Like,
lot.
ah.
I can eat more donuts now.
Right, there's a lot of things that in that realm.
Actually, I think you're a genius. 18 is
18.
very good. I like it. Nailed it on that one.
Yeah, I cannot. There's
There's
no
yes.
question. You have stumped
Absolutely.
me.
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll get that one. All right, favorite
stumped.
children.
All right, and that was the show. No, just
Yes, show's over. It's broken.
You promised me more vodka.
You broke it. You broke the show.
Scotty's upside down by himself.
Oh, that Scotty shot glass is.
He's seen,
Well, I don't know.
he's
if
seen
it's
some
more
stuff.
accurate, but, we'll see what happens in the rest of this. Favorite children's animated film.
Is it Lilo from Lilo and Stitch?
No, it's actually Kiki.
Wow.
Yeah,
Kiki's
Kiki is
Delivery
my
Service?
Kiki's Delivery Service is probably my favorite kids show in the sense that it is a kids show.
Yeah.
But like Lilo and Stitch is actually I really like Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
And then also though, no, actually, I'm gonna take that back because Emperor's New Groove is also a kid's cartoon, and that is actually my favorite. That is by far my favorite. Emperor's New Groove.
There is something about that movie
That is a
can be
brilliant movie. Yeah, I've seen that movie so many times.
And I don't think I've actually sat down and watched the movie. It's just always
What?
on, and I enjoy every bit of it.
Wow.
You really need to watch it.
There are so many good one-liners in that
That's
movie.
why I was just like,
I
oh my god.
still to this day will randomly yell my spinach puffs and just run away, and it's okay because everyone's be like, "Oh yeah, get the spinach puffs, absolutely."
I just love that whole thing where it's like, open up the door and I'll kill you. It's like, open the door and or kill me. And it's like, which one? It's a really important conjunction. It's like, that's like a brilliant joke.
It was a brilliant movie.
Yeah.
Good. I like
That's
that.
a great one.
That's a very good.
That's really
a very
good.
good one.
I'm into it. Solid.
Into it.
My turn.
Yes.
What is the opposite of koala?
Aloha.
No, that's just
Aloha.
backwards. That's not opposite.
What's the opposite of koala? Okay, so
Opposite.
koala is Australian, cute and cuddly. So to go something north and ugly and not cuddly.
I'm from Canada, so that's pretty.
Yeah, but you're kind of cuddly.
There's
So. The what?
there's Russia.
Yeah,
That's a little opposite.
yeah, God, the opposite of koala. Banana spider. There you go. I'll go with banana
Oh
spider.
God, banana spiders are
Yeah.
gross. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
a pretty good
there's
one.
nothing worse than picking up a thing. A coworker of mine was just telling me a story where he was a couple days ago.
I don't
He
like
was
where this is
looking
going
at the
at all.
bananas, and there was a spider sitting in the bit, like a full on 4 or 5 inch spider sitting on the bananas.
No.
And he didn't pay attention to it until he looked it up online, and then he called the store back and was like, "Hey guys, you got to kill that damn thing." Yeah,
Please murder
just
it.
kind of crawling
with
around on the
fire.
bananas.
Not good.
I'm sorry.
That's kind of like wolf spiders. Not good.
Oh, I
Well,
have so
say-
many weird stories about wolf spiders.
Oh, I love the people that was like, "Oh, wolf spider," and they blow on its back, and it's all the babies just moving, and I'm like,
I can't do- my face is itching.
yeah.
Like it's crawling. No, I have a story about on the wolf spider. My kids were kind of born and raised in the Northwest, so there's a lot of wolf spiders just hanging out.
Casual day.
I think my daughter
Getting some
was one or two, Bailey, and off into the kitchen, where the lighting's coming in from the side. That spider looks like he's like 3 to 5 inches tall because of the shadow.
Yeah.
So I take one of her baby shoes, and that little bastard, I swear, just hit it with his back and goes, "Not today."
Yeah.
And he's just still standing there, like the shoe bounced off of him.
Yeah.
And he's looking at me. I was like, "I'm moving."
Yeah, no, he's literally just like, nope, deflect.
It was
Yeah.
so like.
They're terrifying.
No, wolf spiders are just,
Wow.
they're pretty harmless, realistically.
They're harmless, but they're also
They move
nightmares
real
at the same
quick,
time.
Those are
Yeah.
the ones that they're
They can-
sitting there here, and then like a half a second later, like 2 feet away, you're like, "Dude, what just happened?"
Yeah.
Yes.
It's that,
Yeah, those are-
it's that
Not fun.
double strafe move.
Yeah.
Double strafe. You press it twice and they roll.
I could never do that, man.
Okay,
Took me forever.
banana spider.
No, I can't do banana. No.
Disgusting.
No, I'm cringing.
What artist or band do you always recommend when someone asks for a music recommendation?
Ooh.
That's a wordy
Well, my default is always the Beatles, but everybody knows the Beatles.
Mm-hmm.
So what is my I don't have a default. Okay, here's the thing. I work on computers all day long and write and stuff like that, so I listen to a lot of music.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a lot of bands I listen to, so depending on who they are, my recommendations change.
So, but what is one that has always stuck?
I always point out Carolina Chocolate Drops,
Okay.
and Mochiba, and I just forgot her name. Oh my god,
But those are good.
Janelle Monáe.
good one.
God, I couldn't.
Janelle Monáe is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do
she's
enjoy
amazing.
her.
Velvet Underground. Honestly, Danny Kaye.
That's good.
Andrew Sisters. Shaking
Good.
up a
All
little
good.
bit.
Like
Yeah,
all
I
good
mean,
stuff. I was like,
Yeah.
A little
It
bit
just
of
kinda
everything,
depends.
literally.
I
Parliament.
Parliament. Mine's Fishbone is somebody
Yeah,
that
Fishbone.
I always recommend.
Yeah.
I was like, if you really want to hear some classic, like if you love Chili Peppers, know where they
Fishbone.
came from.
Yeah.
You know, it was like Fishbone.
It's like
and-
butthole surfers. Yeah.
Yeah, just know where these things come from.
Yeah.
because
Totally.
they were just a hodgepodge of people that just
What?
played some weird shit.
Yeah, and that's that whole bluegrass and that the older tradition. It's not bluegrass. What is that?
Rockabilly?
Appalachian stuff.
Oh, okay.
That old time music, you know, the hymnals, that kind of stuff. The stuff you'd see in Old Brother Where
I was
that's
right
Oh
there.
yes,
Yeah,
like
Right there before you said it.
like chain gang style kind of things, but not quite that. Yeah.
Train
Not-
car- to me, it's
no,
like a
not
train
not that
car.
specific thing, but I mean like
But, like, that's
it's
certain,
the,
like-
the religious music. That's
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a religious person,
The
but
callback.
it's it's got
Yes.
a thing.
Now I want to watch Oh Brother
Oh
Where
my
Art
God.
Thou?
That is an amazing movie.
Don't
I am
say that.
currently playing. I am a character. I'm playing in a game where it's D&D set in an Oh Brother Where Art Thou setting.
Yes.
That's
So I
phenomenal.
am playing Everett Miguel, and it is a goblin bard, is what he is.
That sounds about right.
It is amazing, and I've got my magic. I got my magic hairnet. I got a magic hairnet, and I got magic long johns and stuff. You know? Yeah,
I
it's
love it.
so much
That's
fun.
So
How's my hair?
awesome.
How's my hair? Dapper Dan.
We thought
I'm not a
was
fop,
a
man. I'm a
toad.
Dapper Dan, man.
There's so many things that I quote.
brilliant
There's
movie.
there's a few movies that I quote all the time just because it's like gets me. Anything from Jim Carrey, the classic Jim Carrey, they have tons of quotes. But Oh Brother Where Art Thou and Bill and
We're in
Ted.
pickle.
Those
Oh, Bill and
those
Ted.
are two. Those
Oh,
are my
God.
like go-to. Like if I'm gonna quote something,
Absolutely.
yeah, and it's gonna be stupid. Here it is.
One of my favorite quotes is not actually a spoken word, and it's from Buffy, the Vampire Slayer, the movie, not the TV
Okay.
show. At the end, when he's dying, and he does that. The Paul Rubens does that whole routine of he's dying. That guy,
No,
love
seriously,
that. That
I
kills
remember
me.
that.
Yeah, it kills me every
You
time.
seen
I see it.
Deadpool 2?
I have not
Okay,
seen
so
Deadpool.
never mind.
I
Watch Deadpool 2.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. Okay, so, yeah, everyone in the world can hear this story because it's so embarrassing and I've had a shot of vodka. It doesn't matter. So, I've seen all the Marvel movies, right?
Right.
So I was like, okay, and I don't do the Marvel comics. I just don't read them, except Doctor Strange. That was the only one I ever read. So I didn't know anything about any of the other comics. And so Deadpool came out. I'm like, okay, well, it's another Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Okay, and Sadie, my daughter, was like, let's go see it. I'm like, okay, let's go see Deadpool. Oh my God, that was the most uncomfortable experience I've ever had in my life.
Yes.
The whole time you're just like, oh God.
Yeah. There's a TV show, Life in Pieces, and the mom and the son go see a movie just on a lark, and it turns out to be a similar kind of situation where the mom's like, oh my God, and the son is like, oh my God. It was like that. I felt it's a funny movie, and I really liked it, but I would have liked it better
Right, if you were
if
with a
my
buddy.
kid wasn't sitting right there.
Or there with your wife or your spouse or with, I absolutely agree.
So uncomfortable.
I watched them both
I didn't
with
even
my
pay
spouse,
attention.
with my wife. So,
Yeah. Well, there you go.
yeah, because most of the time you're going, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
Oh,
even,
there's some
I can't even imagine.
funny ass jokes in that movie. It was really funny.
The
But
second one's just as crude and
Yeah, I
rude, but
haven't-
it just
I haven't
reminded
seen
me
it.
when you were talking about the
Of-
death scene.
Of something that may have
there's something
happened.
in there.
There's a similar
Aw,
death
now,
scene.
see, I gotta see that.
That
now.
is, it to me is pretty good. So is it my question? Okay, I'm
I
going
don't
for it.
remember, yeah.
What would you like your hometown to be? I know my inflections were really weird.
Yeah.
What would you like your hometown to be? I still did it the same way.
Yeah,
would I like my-
Just deal
you
with it.
repeated yourself, but nope.
I've been teased about my inflections all my life.
I don't know. My wife's mouthing something. I can't tell what it is. That's a tough one.
I mean, it could be a mystical place.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking
Could
of
be
all the
anything.
various places. It would definitely be a fantasy place
Yeah.
because Earth sucks. So I would much rather go for fantasy than reality. Stymied on that.
My high charisma finally took over your.
Yeah, you
18
finally
intelligence.
dominated my 18 intelligence. Fuck you.
As a team, we make one killer superhero.
I'm telling you, right? Wow, I'm trying to think of all the various places. It would definitely be fantasy someplace. All the really cool places either get blown up or embroiled in a war.
Just pick one, like
Gallifrey.
Wichita.
Gallifrey.
Wichita.
Wichita.
I've been to Wichita.
Oh, God. Gallifrey.
That's good.
Yeah, I'll take Gallifrey, yeah. Why
That's good.
not? Yeah, I'll take Gallifrey.
Okay, why?
You had to convince us.
Yeah, I gotta know why.
Oh, I gotta convince you.
We're
Okay.
at level 2.
Okay, then I changed my answer. I changed my answer to Auckland, New Zealand. No, take it all back. Fucking Hobbiton.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking Hobbiton. It's green, it's happy, it's farmy.
It's like a
There's a bar
vacation.
there. It's like a vacation spot every day.
Literally
you don't
where I
really
want
do
to
anything
go.
for a living.
I can
but
walk
go
around
to
on my
the
bare
pub.
feet.
It's like I'm literally barefoot and drinking all day.
All the
yeah.
time.
Might have to go fishing.
Eating cheese. Yeah, fucking Hobbiton. I'm all over Hobbiton. The Hobbiton movie set, by the way, in Matamata, love saying that, is beautiful.
I saw some of your pictures.
It was
Yes.
That is a dream place to go.
God.
Yeah, you got to check those out. If you're listening to the podcast, check out. Sean's got some pretty awesome pictures.
Yeah, I don't put those on Facebook, and that's a private account, but I can put some up on Instagram and stuff. I didn't want to post a bunch because I didn't want to ruin it for people, because there is an experience there, because you kind of the way it works, it gets revealed to you, right? And that first reveal is mind blowing. And so if anyone's been to there, you know what I'm talking about. So I didn't want to ruin it. So I didn't post that many pictures.
Good on you. Good on you.
But my Instagram account does have the picture. That does have a picture of Bag End, the front with the front door open.
Yes.
Because I felt like that wasn't
Well, yeah.
everything. Yeah, everyone's seen Bag
You
End.
could've
Yeah.
Drag that
The
off.
stories they tell in that tour are amazing. So if you're ever in New Zealand and get a chance to go to Matamata and go to Hobbiton, I highly recommend it. It's totally worth it.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. I'm putting that on my
man.
list.
Alrighty. If you were arrested with no explanation, what would your friends and family assume you had done?
What would my friends and family assume? Well, they would assume different things, I think.
What's the overall, like, he
Overall, why would I have been arrested? Jeez, I can't imagine myself being arrested because I'm so freaking straight-laced, which is a secret of mine that I just revealed.
But you're straight laced.
God damn.
That's why there's
Damn it.
beer and some vodka.
Damn
Yeah.
you, Scotty.
Yeah.
Like that episode where he gets that alien drunk.
It works.
It worked.
It's a great tactic.
Let's see, what would I have been arrested for? Say insider trading and securities fraud.
So in a cell next to like Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
Sure.
And the next guest on
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg's
Yeah.
show.
Totally,
I
yeah,
mean,
exactly, yeah.
he just went
I'm going
right up
white
to the
collar
top.
crime, man, all the way. Screw this petty
from
stuff.
straight laced to like you are super popular.
Loads and loads of straight laced people commit white collar crimes because they can get away
Yes.
with them.
Oh my gosh, that is so
Okay,
good.
that's pretty funny.
All right. Well, here's the cool part. That's a great answer. That was really good.
really fun.
I don't know. There's a lot of things my family would assume. Mine would be something about either getting in a fight or just being so loud I got kicked out of somewhere. I'm pretty sure those would be the two.
I
things
could
that
see
would be-
causing this. I could potentially cause a scene. I could see that.
Yeah,
She's shaking her head.
that would definitely be me. That's just the way I am. I was like, nope, I'm done.
Don't remember the exact wording, but like improper decency would probably.
Yeah, that might be.
That would definitely be that. That would definitely be me, depending on what happened.
Just like, oh,
Yeah. Whoops! Everything is gone.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I was
I
on
swear, officer,
and then
I was just
wasn't.
here.
I was on
Yeah.
my 15th shot, and next thing I knew,
Shit.
well, here's the cool part,
Whoa.
and I did it right this time.
Yeah.
You have gone through level 1,
Yeah.
gone through level 2.
Very impressive.
Thank you.
And you didn't actually get arrested, so that's
This is
also
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not yet.
Well,
Yeah.
the night is young.
We
TBD.
haven't been swatted yet on our shows.
Woo.
Boss battle. You have leveled up enough to where you go into the boss battle.
Awesome.
Boss battle.
Here's how the boss battle works.
Boss can suck it.
All right, we're over. Boss can suck it. He said it here now.
We are going to ask some questions or ask you to do some things. You have a couple choices. You can attack, which means just answer the question.
Okay.
You have as many attacks as you want. You
right.
can just barrel through and go through.
It's funnier.
But
that
you also
way.
get,
Yeah, I think so.
but you
I can
also
tell.
get a deflection,
Okay.
which means you guys have to answer it. So us as the boss has to do or answer. Or you have a block. You have one block
Thickens.
and one deflection.
Okay. One block and one deflection.
Yes.
Okay.
And the rest of them are attacks.
Fair
Taking on
enough.
the question.
Fair enough. A
Are you
block,
ready
a
to begin?
deflection, and attacks. I believe I'm ready to begin, yes.
All right.
Okay.
I'll
Boss
take attack
battle
for
one.
100, please.
What is your dream job?
Game designer.
I'm
What kind of games?
I like story. So it doesn't really matter the format of the game as long as I can write a story into it. So like with a board game, you can build a story into a board game just like you can build a story into a role-playing game, right? So
just
I think storytelling. Really, when it comes down to it, storytelling. I think storytelling. Okay. That's a better way to put it.
Board games, video games, just as long as you get the story.
As long as there's a story in there.
All right, so storytelling.
I love a good story.
Bard. No,
Bard, yeah. Every character I've played has been a bard. Except for Theo, who is a fighter.
Yeah, but somewhere it's still a bard.
Yeah, there's a bard.
There's a bard.
I love the fun. All right, ready?
You have a little bard?
Have a little bard in me.
10 seconds to explain your life. Go.
I'm going to do this. Oh, crap. That didn't work. I'm going to do this now. Oh, crap. That didn't work. Oh, wait. Something new happened. Oh, wait. Oh, now I'm doing this. Oh, wow. Cool. Okay. Now we're doing this. Hey, that all worked out. What the fuck?
Nailed it.
The synopsis of most of our life.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That was brilliant.
I
was trying to time it. You were right about 9.7 seconds. So that was like.
That was all right.
I was looking at the timer.
18.
That's how we got here, though. That is how we got here.
Life is that, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't. You can plan all the shit that you want. You could have everything laid out in a. You could have a PowerPoint and reams and reams of documentation of what you want to do with your freaking life. Somewhere at some point, though, shit's gonna go sideways, and what you do with it, your reaction to that, is the most important thing. And you could you could have a wonderful experience and take it in and say, wow, that sucked. And I know lots of people who do that, and it's so sad. And then you can have people who have really shitty experiences and they go, well, this is what I learned from this, and they try to grow from that, and those tend to be the happier people.
Absolutely.
Because they're open to that. So
knowledge drop.
Real.
No,
Sorry.
Yes, I love that.
Tearing up.
Literally.
I've had some really crazy ass experiences in my life.
Good.
So.
Yes.
That makes us who we are.
Yep.
Yeah. No. I am, and that's the thing. Like when people ask, "What would you change about your life?"
Nothing.
Nothing.
Because you got here because you learned.
I mean, I have this discussion a lot with a lot of my friends and a lot of people that I keep in closer circles.
Mm-hmm.
If you live with regret, you're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
you can regret things, but if you like.
Can you
dwell on it and like
you can't regret it though. As like regret means you're trying to live that
true,
over and you want to redo it. I was like, no, it happened.
You're always going to be sad.
Keep doing
Just
it.
It's accept, forgive, and move on kind of thing. Especially if it's with yourself, you have to be like, all right, you keep doing your.
Yeah, I say that to my family a lot of times. So they used to call me the black sheep of the family because I had no regrets. And I screwed up almost more than anybody. But
and you're like, I'm good, no regrets.
But I'm getting it. You know, I was like, I'm living. Just because you don't know where I'm at doesn't mean I'm lost.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like that. Seriously,
we'll try and live by someone else's rules is never going to work either.
No.
Yep.
No.
Okay, we're getting deep.
Yes, and I love the deep.
I love it too.
All right, so me. Other than tonight, when was the last time you were blacked out drunk?
Well, I'm not blacked out drunk yet because I'm talking. That is a trick freaking question, man. I don't appreciate that shit. There's the last time, and then there's the worst time. Which would you rather hear?
Which one would you want to?
Let's talk about the worst time. Okay, so back in college, right? It's a college story.
Yeah.
I got. Let's see. The night started with Chianti, moved on to Bombay Sapphire, Rumple Mints, and a bunch of other stuff. And at some point, I don't know what I was drinking anymore.
No.
I was apparently I was rolling on the floor and crawling around and barking like a dog for a couple hours. Which
on your back? Like you needed
I don't know. I don't remember any of that shit. And I was actually really concerned because I went and crawled, like literally like almost crawled home. Like I left my car there and I just went home the next morning. Slept for 2 days. Yeah, I thought I was gonna. It was really, really bad. Nice. So don't ever do. Yeah, that was a really horrible night. And I actually stopped drinking for like a year and a half after that because it was just like fuck that noise. I'm not doing that shit.
The bad news bears.
Yeah.
would be a great thing to.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that wasn't a hangover. That was I
was
seriously
dead.
Borderline
I was
dead.
like almost gone. I was I was out for like 3 days. I think I was not functional like at all. Yeah,
Yikes.
it was bad.
It's a bad
Super
thing.
bad. Yeah, that was the worst.
Super bad.
And that's the thing. It's like I think about my kid going off, right? And
Yeah.
I don't think she's going to do that kind of stuff, but you never know. Stuff happens.
Maybe.
And depending on the environment, as a father, I'm concerned and stuff like that.
Yes.
And so it's it's a story I don't mind telling because it's like just be careful because don't let that shit happen.
I believe
Because it happens so easy.
Yes, it really, really does. Like,
That did.
yeah, you could be. I have a tendency to really tell my kids everything after it happens, not during. But yeah, there's some stories about a whole summer where my older daughters, who are now 25 and 22, they told me like one year, there's like, oh my gosh, why can't, I mean, you're working all the time, you're never around. Last summer you were so much fun and we did a lot of stuff. And I said, girls, I was shit-faced drunk for 3 months. I was like, and I know you knew it, but you just didn't want to accept it.
Yeah.
So there's, but I don't regret it, and I love that. It was like, dude, that's a way to.
I don't regret that night, but
No.
damn, I don't want to do that again.
No,
Yeah.
but other people, they're like, they've never had that night, so they're like,
hell
"Ooh,
no."
let's do it. And they go,
Yeah.
Let's
could
not.
happen.
So bad.
So
That's I think probably the second worst experience
Yeah.
of my life. Yeah.
those are
Pretty good.
not fun, but you learn from them. I hope.
Alrighty. Another learning opportunity. Most embarrassing moment of your life.
Rolling on the floor, completely blacked out, drunk, barking like a dog.
Waking up thinking I'm a dog.
Yeah, I think
That would be even more
How
embarrassing.
many belly rubs did I get?
Yeah.
Man, most embarrassing. Embarrassing. Oh man, yeah, there are actually stories I really can't share. Actually, for legal reasons, I'm not kidding. The
Witness protection.
yeah,
What did
my
you
protection.
witness?
No, I think it doesn't sound like a lot, but it was a social thing, right? And my 8 charisma is a problem. My wife's hiding her eyes. So, college. Totally like ignorant of like social norms and things
Oh, yeah.
like that, right? I just didn't know, right? And I wasn't sort of connected into the social fabric of what I was majoring in, what I was studying, right? So I was just kind of on the periphery of these things. And one of the things I studied was East Asian languages and cultures, right?
Okay.
So, and there's a Japanese embassy there in Wichita. I mean, Kansas City. God. It was like KCK, KCMO. What's KC stand for? Oh, yeah, Kansas City. And so the ambassador to Japan, the Japanese ambassador to the United States came to KU for a talk.
Wow.
And I didn't sort of realize that was what was going on. And so I kind of showed up in like jeans and a t-shirt and things like that, and everyone else was dressed really nicely. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it was one of those
A huge
first
thing.
times where I realized, oh crap, I actually have to sort of pay attention to the social cues. I mean, I have to pay attention to this stuff because people were looking at me like, who the hell is that? What are they doing here?
Yeah.
And then, ironically enough, I overcompensated. And so the next time we had this job fair thing, right? And so I went out and got this really fancy set of clothes. The shirt was way freaking oversized. It was way too big for myself because I just bought it off the shelf. I knew nothing about how to buy like actual clothes that fit you, right? Because 8 charisma. And so I wore this super fancy outfit to this, laid back job fair. And I was, again, equally embarrassed.
It's pretty great.
So it was just, I mean, I know it doesn't sound like a lot.
No, it is a lot.
But
Yeah.
but it was one of those things where I was like, oh crap, okay,
trying to
I
find it
I gotta pay attention to this because I just made a fool of myself in front of the entire Japanese consulate. There goes my chances for getting a freaking job in the State Department.
Yikes.
Yes.
That's pretty
My
great.
first panel interview, I was just like, yeah, I didn't dress for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought this was just like, I was getting together with some people. This was for Apple corporate,
Oops.
And when I was working at Apple, and I sat down and I had shorts on, and
Yeah.
I bet they actually love that though.
no, I don't think so.
Depends. You never know.
I mean, because I feel like they didn't. They feel like you're not taking this seriously.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I would rather see you overdressed and then have to say you don't have to wear a tie around me.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm impressed.
It's true.
But,
Yeah.
you know, that's what most panel want to.
You know, you could have come here in
pretty
jeans,
well.
and then we would have just criticized you for
Yeah.
that. It's a lose-lose situation.
Gosh.
Yes. My turn. Oh, where do you prefer to be kissed? This is the boss battle, baby.
I'm gonna have to go with what is it? Redirect?
You have a deflection? And then we
Deflect.
have to-
Going with the deflect.
Oh, I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, realistically, and here's the funniest part about this podcast. Our number one fan is my oldest daughter,
Whose named is?
Ariel.
There you go.
So I will drop that.
Yeah.
But she's going to hear this. So, the PG-13 version, you know, probably my neck or, you know, my upper thigh. But let's be
I
honest.
call
But
shenanigans.
honestly, as a human being, straight on the penis.
There you go.
I am not even.
Ding, ding, ding.
There's no way around
Making
that.
sure that's straight on the penis.
Straight.
Straight on. I was
Straight.
like, don't mess
Supposed to
around.
flash
Just,
it.
Head on, apply
Go for the
straight
kiss.
to the forehead.
yeah, just here you go.
Boom.
Yeah, that's me.
Fair.
But you have to you have
Yeah,
to go
now you
too.
gotta say,
He
now you gotta say
deflected.
too.
Forehead.
The forehead.
Forehead.
It's adorable.
It is. There is something about
It
that.
is
But,
very-
I mean, not for me. I
it
was
is-
like, I'd feel a little bit like, thanks. But-
It's adorable.
Huh.
And it's a very loving act, and it's very normal, but it's just
Yeah, that is sweet.
because it was right here, but now it's here.
Kind of like what you said.
There you go.
Now it's down
Yeah,
here.
it's like you can start wherever, but let's just
Yeah.
sometimes
Straight on the penis.
Business
Yep.
up top.
party and
Party down below.
Party down below. Yes, I did grow up with a mullet.
Me
Yikes.
too.
Yes,
Thank God it's gone.
I thought about bringing it back just
no,
once.
no,
Just for like a
the
day.
mullet is
Probably
dead.
shouldn't.
and
just to see what
gone.
happens.
Joe Dirt is
Besides-
the only person who can
You know
do-
what will happen?
A mullet.
Nothing good.
No, that's true.
Yeah,
Nothing
nothing
good.
good. Nothing good comes of things that happen after 3 a.m. with a mullet.
With a, you can end that anything with a mullet. Just makes it bad.
Vodka with a mullet. Oh yeah,
Nope.
this doesn't work.
Nope.
No. Yeah, Russian
No, I don't
mullet.
like vodka
I don't think so.
anymore.
That doesn't work.
All right. Who do you go out of your way to be nice to?
Who do I go on my way to be nice to?
Yeah.
I will be
Go
nice
out
to
of
you.
my way to be
Yeah.
nice to. Nobody.
Okay.
I really don't.
That's a great.
That's
answer.
okay, man.
Yeah, I mean, because go out of the way implies I'm doing it like outside of sort of the normal range of what you would do, right? So you can't really include family there because you should kind of be nice to your family.
No.
Well, you should.
Well, you should. Doesn't mean you have to.
My J, because I'm an INTJ, my J is kicking in. And yes, you're supposed to be nice to your family. I mean, you don't have to be nice all the time, but it shouldn't be a chore to be nice to your family.
Right.
Right?
Is that a heat on?
Heat on?
Yeah. This is psychology. But I think there's something I learned somewhere.
I have so many of those facts. It's like, where'd that come from? Yeah, I mean, yeah, so whatever my answer was, yes.
No, that's good.
Nobody.
Because, yeah, I mean, going out of my way to be nice, because even like with, I mean, yeah, if I met the queen, sure. If I met
Well,
royalty,
you kind of means a lot.
feel like you want to be nice. But
But
like,
like,
even,
it wouldn't be out of the way. You'd want to be nice.
yeah, because it's
She's a
fucking
pretty
queen,
rad
man.
lady with a lot of corgis.
Oh man, have you guys been watching The Queen on
No,
like
huh.
Netflix? Awesome show.
See?
I got a
Obviously
bit of a
Netflix
gotta
instead
say,
of YouTube.
got a bit of a crush for the Queen. I don't care that she's however the hell old she is right now. She's awesome.
Well, hello. I mean, Betty White.
Oh, Betty White.
True.
Oh,
I mean,
my God.
age
Betty White's
got
amazing.
nothing to do with any.
Betty
nothing to do
White's
with anything.
yeah,
That's the most.
Betty White is a
Circular statement.
badass.
Yeah, yeah,
Seriously, I was
She don't
like,
give a fuck.
yeah.
yeah. I'd be on that.
It's true.
Just like stepping on her
She would-
head. Stand
she'd-
still.
She would snap you in half, though.
It would
true,
actually
yeah.
feel
probably
like she
break
would.
me. Yeah.
It's true.
I feel like she would.
I will break you. Betty.
All right.
Betty, you're so great.
Here we go. Eat this or eat that.
Oh, eat that.
Eat that.
All right.
That's a pretty good choice.
That's a good
actually.
choice.
Oh, crap.
This is where we break out the Bean Boozle.
I didn't have time
Have
to
you ever
bring
had a round
anything.
of Bean Boozle?
I've never had a round of Bean Boozle, but
Fucking
I will
gross.
play.
Take a spin
Spin
of the
the
Bean
wheel.
It's got the booger
Boozle.
on it. Oh, it's got the booger on it. As long as it's not.
That was a good spin.
Gamer at heart. He spins the little
Yikes,
guy. This
that's a
goes
good
forever.
I
one.
can't read this worth shit. Are
Are we all doing it?
No.
Oh, I lucked out. Strawberry banana smoothie.
Or
Oh, dead fish?
I have had
Oh,
this
shoot.
That's
it's a
where-
question.
that's why this or that. It could be one
Oh,
or the other.
So it didn't really matter.
No, this
It was a fake choice, is what you're saying.
Absolutely.
I feel
You were
tricked.
set up. You
This
were-
is a setup, damn it.
I'm telling you.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I mean, there's that one or this one, but I think
Showing me the picture's not going to work because I seriously can't see it. I don't have my glasses. I'm 44, man.
I know that drill.
Oh,
I'm
all right.
45
Oh.
in next month.
I've actually had this one. You got the dead fish.
Can you smell it? How you feeling, buddy?
Doesn't taste like strawberry banana.
It's definitely not strawberry banana.
No, the dead fish one. I took a bite into it. It was.
that. Oh.
Would you like something to wash that down with? Do you want another shot, or do you want a beer, or you want water?
Oh, God. I don't care. That was horrible.
Was it the dead fish? I've had that one.
Oh, yeah, it was dead fish. It didn't taste like dead fish at first, but.
No, it sneaks up on you because it has that candy coating.
That was so horrible.
Yes, children's games.
God. Oh,
Yes, we love our children's games.
I do not recommend dead fish to anybody.
No,
Oh, God, I would have rather had the skunk.
there you
And
go.
you have the doctor.
The Scotty shot glass
Scotty.
full of vodka. There you go. Just swish that around in the mouth and cleanse
Yeah,
it
good
out.
point here.
Here's the coolest part about all this. Oh yeah. I wonder what that sounds like.
I don't know. We're going to find out.
We're gonna find out.
Ooh.
But you know what? Now that you've eaten a whole
That was
dead
magical.
fish,
You've beaten the boss.
you did it.
You just beat the boss.
Awesome.
Do you know what you get to do now?
I am the boss. I beat Springsteen.
Wow, no, we don't want to do that.
True. I don't want to see Springsteen cry.
No,
It's
there's
very
too
sad.
many things happening when
When
it
the
comes to losing our
Springsteens
heroes
cry,
in music
do,
over the last few years. So I can't.
Bowie,
So-
man.
Prince killed me. It was like destroyed me.
Bowie destroyed
Cornell.
me.
Bowie
destroyed
was
me.
a destroyer.
I lost my Nimoy and then Bowie.
Yep.
And
yep.
I was just like, oh, shit, life sucks.
Yeah, mine was Prince and then Cornell, Chris Cornell. Those are two people that I really tried to study their music and tried to learn from them as a musician.
I am experiencing a very odd
Yes,
It's a,
flavor sensation at the moment
of
dead
alcohol,
dead fish and vodka
Yes.
that I swished around like mouthwash.
yes, you did.
It's the new hit mouthwash.
It is.
coming to you soon.
Got it
Vodka.
under the tongue.
Vodka.
But since you
It cleans your
did,
cavities.
you did beat the boss battle, so you've won
What have I won?
a shameless plug.
You get to talk about you yourself.
Talk
What
about
got
whatever
going
you
on.
want.
Your
Awesome.
stuff
I
on-
don't know that I can do that at this point in the evening.
The stuff on DM's Guild, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
okay.
It's all your platform. now.
Awesome. Okay, so yeah, so I love writing and creating stuff and doing content creation. So I have some stuff on the DMs Guild, but really what I'm doing now is kind of focusing on my blog because the based on my experience level and everything else and sort of the nature of the DMs Guild, the payoff for
Yeah.
the amount of work that goes into actually putting at least like a digital thing up on there, and also combined with sort of the amount of time I have to actually
Absolutely.
do stuff
Yeah.
because I know there are people who make a lot of money on DMs Guild. There's a lot of very great content on DMs Guild. If you haven't been to DMs Guild, totally go. There's some amazing stuff on there. I mean, there is a lot of independent content that is great if you're into D&D. And then also similarly,
Is that the
You're
dead?
driving
Is that,
home.
is that the dead fish talking?
That's the dead fish talking.
Oh my gosh.
But you know, it's part of the forget it. I was going to try to make a Wow. I was going to make a Big Trouble in Little China reference about the whole dead fish stores thing when they're running around the... You know what I'm talking about.
I do,
right?
actually.
Yeah.
I didn't until just then when you actually named it.
But anyway, there's a lot of really great content on DM's Guild, so
Including yours.
including mine. My big baby is the Epic Gnomish Invention Guide. It is all about basically creating non-magical machines and things like that in the D&D realm. I know some people aren't into that, but I totally am. It's more in the vein of the gnomes from Dragonlance,
Right.
who very specifically their shit was non-magical, right? So I'm talking about Dragonlance in AD&D first edition AD&D, not first edition basic, and so I've got that, and there's some rules, and it's gone through some iterations over the years, but I like it. I like
so
using
cool.
it. Thank you.
So cool.
I don't get any feedback on it, so I feel like
So
I'm
cool.
shouting out into like the darkness and just hearing myself.
The darkness loves it. It's
That's
dark's
great.
like, yeah.
I know the darkness is great. The darkness loves everything, though. That is the tricky part about
That's
the
the unfortunate
darkness.
part,
Yeah.
yeah.
Your content is it's intricate. It doesn't, I think a lot of people forget that part about it. Forget that part about D&D and how you can really get into nuts and bolts if you want to.
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah.
So-
and I actually am very...
You went there.
and I'm actually very open about saying, hey, if you don't like these rules, toss out whatever you don't want. But and
the point.
The other really cool thing that I realized is that the way it's written, it's targeting... It's supposed to be gadgets, but ultimately when it comes down to it, that you can use the rules if you wanted to. You could actually use those exact same rules to make magical items. Because the way I wrote it was,
Absolutely.
here's the effects that this thing does, and here's how you calculate the DC to build it, and this is how much it costs to build it. And you can, why not apply those rules to magic items too? It's really kind of up to you. It's just sort of a framework ultimately.
So it's a tool set.
It's a tool
another
set.
tool
Yeah, it's
set
another
to run
tool
a
set,
game,
yeah.
to run a character.
Totally. And then on my blog, what I've been doing, but I've changed focus to my blog because I can post stuff every couple of weeks on there. And so what I've done with my blog is recently I've been doing a lot with NPCs. I love gnomes. I love gnomes.
We didn't know.
Gnomes
I
are
love
amazing.
gnomes.
Never knew this.
Yeah,
No.
gnomes are great.
Sean loves gnomes.
I
We
fucking
know.
love me a good gnome.
Yes.
Even a bad gnome. I'll take a good gnome, a bad gnome. Don't care. If it's a gnome, I'll take it.
Yep.
Yeah, the other races don't care. Gnome.
Nope.
Although goblin, though, goblin's pretty damn cool too.
They're
But
like
they're kind of like a gnome.
They're a shittier gnome.
They're a shittier
They're a
gnome.
bottom-feeding
You
gnome,
know what?
in a sense.
I do not appreciate
The way
that
they're written.
anti-goblin propaganda that you're pushing on your
That's
podcast.
the way they're written.
I think you're lying. You're just making that shit
That's
up.
how they're written.
Goblins have lives too.
Yes, they
man.
do.
We love goblins.
do
Goblins are
crickets.
amazing.
No, we're okay with goblins. We're not okay with kobolds because they don't like Metallica.
Yes. Kobolds don't like Metallica.
Kobolds don't like Metallica. That's
Yeah.
why we don't like
I
them.
don't know that you can make a racial sort of generalization
Metallica, yep.
about Metallica like that.
Yeah.
I think they have something against Lars,
Yeah.
I can see that.
which
Yeah.
a lot of us do.
Yeah.
Sure. But
Yeah.
But Gnome and David Bowie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
So, and actually, if you are a David Bowie fan and if you've read any of my content that is on the DM's Guild, you will have noticed the David
get the
Bowie
yeah.
references in my content because I fucking love David Bowie.
one of my best friends of all time growing up is David Bowie. Like, created him as a human being. He was just
Wow,
he
he's
loved him
shaking.
that much.
I joke with my wife all the time that my biggest influences in my life were fucking Donahue and
Wow.
and Oprah.
Wow.
I know, right? I watched. Serious. I was part of that generation that was just kind of like go raise yourself, and I latched onto TV, and Oprah and Donahue was on before Transformers and He-Man. So guess what?
We were the cable guy generation.
I know, right?
We
Yeah,
really were.
totally. Yeah.
TV raised it.
So
That's for sure.
TV
I watch
raised.
Price is Right all the time.
Well,
Yeah, prices.
didn't.
Old timey prices.
I love
yes,
it.
all the Bob Barker, like wake
So
up, watch.
biggest
Price
thing
is
is check out this dude's content. Check out Sean's
Yeah, so
stuff,
my blog is so
my
I'm
God.
constantly trying to post new content. Would love some feedback, maybe ideas of
Get
what to
it out there,
post
yeah.
because I just want to I want to create content that people are actually going to read. I'm trying to work out what's actually going to like get hits and what people actually care about. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram.
Yes,
I'm on Twitter, and I'm on Tumblr. But usually my posts on Tumblr are reposts through Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think it's Hokum Sean is what it is.
And check it out because check out the podcast. If you're listening to this, you will see underneath all the links to all that good social media and all that good content that he has created and keeps creating. You don't know to quit, and I love that. Yeah. I mean, it's good stuff.
Is it? That's good to hear.
I appreciate it.
Like I said, I feel like I'm shouting it out there. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. I have so much fun writing it. I love a good dad joke, and quite honestly, if anyone's going to tell a freaking dad joke, it's going to be a gnome.
It's true.
Absolutely.
True.
Yes.
Yeah.
A gnome.
A gnome's going to do it.
And a goblin would do it too.
Because gnomes...
I think
a goblin would tell a stepdad joke.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Gnomes,
so I don't know where to...
Gnomes, no.
I don't know where to balance myself. I'm a dad and a stepdad, so I don't know.
Well,
But are you a gnome?
I think I'm a gnome. I really think I'm kind of a gnome. Yeah,
I have no idea.
I don't think you'd be a gnome. It's okay though.
But we will put all those links in there. Oh my gosh, this has been amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool. Thank you so much.
So you're gonna leave me drunk and unsatisfied.
That's what we do every time.
Yep, when the microphones get turned off, you will not be able to find Sean for probably the next 6 to 7 days.
He will be in the ditch right outside.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful ditch too. I was checking that out on my way in.
That's okay. I'll at least log into your Uber for you. What you do with it,
appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate it. Well, apparently there's this whole Uber Eats thing I keep getting alerts on, which I'm getting sick of seeing on my phone.
No,
I live by that kind, like Grubhub. Oh my god. Do you? Yeah, late night wings right at your front door. I don't. That's a whole nother podcast.
I think it's funny that the first time I used Uber was in New Zealand.
Oh gosh, that's pretty great.
I know, right?
No, but that makes sense.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta get down to here.
Well, thanks for drinking with us.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. The boss. Thanks for eating.
The boss was a wuss.
Fish.
Eating straight up fish.
Tomorrow, when you burp and you can still taste.
At least we couldn't smell it.
Yeah, that would be even worse.
We're gonna have to change out probably the foam on the microphone.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
That was a pretty good one.
I think I probably just.
But no, seriously, thank you so much for coming, man. This was
thanks for having me.
And we missed you in this realm of what we've been doing.
Yeah,
big time. So.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, and make sure and tune in next time for a little bit of Off the Dice. In the meantime, Rysa, you want to say anything? Peace out.
Peace out, Girl Scout.
Yep. Peace out, Girl Scout. All right. Make sure and pull up a chair next time, and let's talk Off the Dice. Off the Dice is a time-to-tabletop production, building community through the language of gaming.
Hello, my name's Dave, and I'm the host of the Catch Me Up podcast here on the Drowning Man Podcast Network. If you've ever been in a conversation with friends where they turn to you and say, "What? You haven't seen that?" Then this podcast is for you. On this show, I have people come and share with me the films and television shows that have made American pop culture, but that I missed. New episodes come out on the first and third Monday of each month. You can find new episodes and interact with me over at catchmeuppodcast.com.